Hello YouTube and the internets, it's IG the Inventor Gorilla, and this is a two-parter. Two-parter. Um, First, I went and did jury duty today. I know, but luckily, the case was postponed and they let us all go, so I'm off the hook for another year. Here in LA, California, they are very, very strict. A failure to appear on a court jury summons can lead to fines and even jail. So it's no joke. You have to go. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. If you move, you are required by law to, tell the post office, who in turn tells the court system, and whether or not you say you received your summons, they don't care. They issue a failure to appear, goes on your record, and you can and most likely will be arrested for that. And if you are arrested for a failure to appear, it still doesn't get you off the hook for jury duty. You have to pay the fine or do the jail time, and then you still will have to report. So anyway, I did that, and truthfully, I was a little disappointed. I was kind of looking forward to, doing my part. I think that I could be impartial and look at the evidence and make a decision. But anywho, so we'll see what happens next year. And the second part of this video is a response to Agent of Doubt, who just recently did a video about supporting Variablast. Now, I told you that I didn't want to, do drama stuff, but and I don't. But what the reason I think that this is is important is because it is political. It is having to do with our civilian life and our society. And while I agree with Agent that Variablast is probably a good guy um, who is trying to do a good thing. Um, he, I think, is kind of up against a brick wall and should realize it. I agree, that word isn't appropriate for white people to say at all. I mean, and that's my stance. I don't think that white people should say it at all. Just out of respect of what happened in the United States, 100 or so years ago. It's just respect. Our forefathers treated the black people very poorly some of the time, and other times they were treated well. There's an up and down to this whole thing, but all you hear about are the horror stories. And so, with that being said, I think that Variablast, although he means well, and whether he's a good person or not, I haven't really made a decision. But I don't think it's really my place to do so. But his issue, I think, is kind of foolish. Um, it's like trying to change the name of a fruit, or change the name of a person without their approval. Black people are offended by this. I know they're offended by this. See, the problem is that I don't know where Variablast lives, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't live here in LA and California, because that kind of um, talking in this state and especially this city would not be tolerated. It would be seen as inflammatory, insulting, and most likely he would be shot. And that, I'm not making a joke. I'm not, trying to scare him. I'm just telling him the mentality of some of the black predominant gangs in some of the neighborhoods around here who, if they got wind of it, um, and he's very identifiable. He would go down, and I don't think he realizes that. I don't think he realizes how offended a lot of black people are and would be to know what he's trying to do. You know, this is a derogatory name we gave those poor people while they were slaves. They were freed by a beautiful man, Abraham Lincoln. And that allowed them to take that word. That word belongs to them. If they want to use it amongst themselves, that's fine. And it's no longer our place to use the word, redefine the word, or, like I said, even say it, even think it. I don't even think about that word until I see videos like this. So, in essence, by causing this attention, by raising these points, I think it's counterproductive. Yes, I know that there are a lot of southern states and a lot of places in this country that are very, very racist. And I disagree with those people. I think those people are stupid, uneducated, and have no idea what they're really talking about. There are bad, lazy, thieving people of all colors, of all races, of all creeds, of all cultures. Okay? And I think everybody should recognize that that word, that N word, just shouldn't be used at all, let alone redefined. I think it's ridiculous. And I think it shows that Varioblast he's delusional. And I think that's dangerous. I think that in today's society, there are things that we need to understand that we cannot change. There's nothing we can do about it. Like I said in my last video, do you really think that a man with a tattoo on his face is going to encourage the entire world to redefine that word as to mean human being? No way. So in a sense, even if he knows this, then he's being offensive. I've seen videos of him and his girlfriend, and there are lots of things, or whoever she was, and there are lots of things that he says and does that I disagree with. Me personally, I don't have a lot of respect for him because he hasn't done anything to earn it, and I don't expect him to respect me at all. But I do expect him to listen and take into consideration that that word is not for anybody else to use except the people that were abused by it. And I don't think they should use it, but that's none of my business. There are lots of black leaders that agree with me and say, hey, that's a word we need to just needs to go away. It needs to stop. It just needs to stop. So the idea of bringing this word into public limelight in our civilization, in our time, to me, is taking a step backwards. It is so hillbilly-ish, and I think, I think it's retarded. I think it's that seriously faulted, is to not only use the word on a regular basis in videos, but to try and redefine it. Nobody has the right to redefine a word. especially a word that is offensive to an entire race of people. These are human beings. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Have a good day. I'm off to work here in a little bit, and I'll see you later. Peace.